in the back and killed. Pepe was 52 years old. He always had a smile on his face and a joke to tell. His story begins 25 years ago back in Italy. And it is a story of two brothers, Pepe and Rocco Scarfazzi. They were identical twins and close as two brothers could be. But then, one day something bad happened between them, and Pepe left Italy for New York. He left with his bride, his young bride Rosa. They came to New York. Rocco stayed behind in Italy. Once in New York, Pepe changed his last name to Roney. Get it? Pepperoni? Oh, that's Pepe. That's Pepe, always a jokester. He came to New York with his young bride Rosa, where they had two children, and poured their heart and soul into La Speranza, making it a welcome place for all to come. Rocco stayed behind in Italy and tended the family vineyard, and it prospered. The two brothers had not seen each other in all of these years until 11 short days ago. It was then that Rocco came to New York to see his brother. A week of tense gatherings passed. There was so many secrets, too many unspoken feelings. And then, one night, after La Speranza had closed, Pepe, working alone in the kitchen, was shot in the back and killed. And he was shot in the back with his own gun. You see, Pepe kept a pistol loaded in the restaurant in a case of trouble. And my friends, on that night, there was trouble. Although the police have a murder weapon, there were no fingerprints on it. The police have gathered suspects. They have discussed the case, but they have very few leads. So tonight, Pepe's family and a few honored guests are here to pay their respects to the well-loved man Pepe. You are those honored guests, and you are here tonight to solve the murder of Pepe Scarfazzi. If you solve the murder, if you correctly identify the suspect, if you are one of the lucky ones, if you are the lucky one selected if you selected the right suspect and your name is selected from the basket, my friends, you will win a grand prize. You will walk out of here with more riches than you care to imagine. My friends, you will walk out with the Murder Mystery Cup of Honor. So if you do not want to do it with Pepe, for Pepe's family, do it for the personal glory, my friends. And enjoy your salad, and let's get to know each other just a little better.
To Pepe, saluta.
Salute.
Oh, my poor Pepe. Such a good man. But now what am I to do? I have the restaurante, a house, 2 children in their 20s, still living with me. A curse on the one who did this to him. Now, everyone, manja, manja. Eat, eat, eat.
Not now, Mama Rosa. There's a one in this room who is responsible for my brother's death. When I know who you are, you will understand what it means to be afraid. Capiche?
Yo, Uncle Rocco, this is a real nice place to live till you brought all your trouble from the old country.
Marco, whatever. You talk like a guy who's got guts for a guy with no guts. Papa was shot in the back, you gavone.
Oh yeah.
You never could look things in the eye, could you, big brother?
Yeah, my sister with the face of an angel and the heart of a devil. You don't know what you are, stupido?
Mamma mia! I do not believe it. Pepe is not even in the ground yet, and his family is at each other's throats. I think we must let the police solve the mystery and arrest those responsible.
Oui, oui. Très bien. Of course. From what I hear, mademoiselle, you do not want too many people, the police in particular, rooting around too closely in your closet. It is, how you say, full of bones, I think?
Baby, you mean skeletons. You're so pretty.
So many cliches, you Americans having so much violence. Oh, I cannot wait till I am back home in the France.
I thought we were here to honor Pepe. Mama Rosa, do something!
Enough. Just keep on eating. We need our strength to get through all this.
You are right, Mama Rosa.
Of course I am. I'm the mama.
But while we are here, I think maybe we should try to get down to the brass tacks, figure out what is going on. I did notice some things earlier. Angel, Pepe, he wished for you, his beautiful daughter, to marry a good Italian boy and to carry the family traditions. Instead, you got the hots for Beaujolais and could think of nothing else. Oh, you and Pepe fought so bitterly over your love affair with Beau.
What do you say it like that?
Listen, Uncle Rocco, whatever. I did fight with Papa over Beau. He didn't like any of my men. But I'm old enough to choose my own man. I know who I love. And Papa would have accepted that in time. But speaking of time, Mama, you said you and Papa in 25 years of marriage never had an argument. That's not true. Me and Marco know. You had years of frustration and abuse. Lots of times you gave Papa his way and let him do what he wanted. But he was hard-headed and he thought a woman should obey her husband. That had to be aggravating.
Well, Pepe was not the man that I thought he was. We came over here 25 years ago. We started this restaurant, and he just treated me like a possession and a slave to cook in the kitchen. It was obvious I was going to have an unhappy marriage. So there was just no more amore between Pepe and me. But speaking of arguments, and Pepe liking to argue, Beau, the two of you had a very big argument just a few days before Pepe died. He said he would kill you if you touched Angel again. And you did what you're doing right now. You just laughed in his face. And you said, oh, Angel is fine. You can do nothing about it. And if there's a fight, that he should be prepared to die. Did you kill him?
Mama Rose, oui, you're so funny. I remember the argument like it was yesterday. You see, he did tell me that he would kill me if I did not stay away from his bed. But look at her. Who could stay away? Oh, Angel is such a angel. I told him that Angel is mine, not like a possession, but like someone who is in absolute maddening love. I was in love with her, and that if he wanted to find me, then indeed it was he, the old man, who would probably have to be willing to die. Now, I was not threatening him, I was just calling his bluff. Now, of course, that does remind me, because I do believe that when the police were investigating the murder scene, that they found a very expensive earring lying underneath his body, and I believe that earring belonged to Tara. Mademoiselle, how did it get there?
I had no idea how my diamond earrings got under Pepe's body.
So you say?
Both of my earrings have been missing since we got to New York.
So you say?
Listen, Bo, you know that you and Rocco and I were at dinner, and then the earrings disappeared right after that. I haven't seen them since.
Is it true?
See? You know, I've been looking for them everywhere. They're just, they were gone. I don't know who took them. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Angel. Maybe she wanted new earrings. I don't know. But anyway.
We have different styles.
It's true. But Marco, is it true that you hate being here and working here? That's what I heard. And since I have arrived, I've seen you and your father quarrel way too many times over little problems. It was obvious that you don't want to be here, yet you put up with it. I also heard, Marco, that you say you have a contract to play professional soccer. So if that's true, why are you here? Why don't you just leave and go play soccer?
Oui, that's a good question.
Yeah, why don't you, Marco?
Yeah, I hate working in this restaurant. It's horrendous. And yeah, I had a contract to play professional football, but Papa screwed that up for me. And you know what? I didn't want to stay here and run the family business. That's his dream, not mine. My dream was to play football. Now, I got a question for Mr. Bojangles over here.
Beaujolais.
Gillette, whatever.
I'm sorry your accent is weak.
How about the night Papa was murdered? I saw you hanging around the restaurant after hours, real late into the night. You gonna explain yourself? Huh?
I will explain myself, absolutely. You see your beloved Papa? He called me to come to La Speranza late at night. He called me that afternoon. He wanted to have a conversation with me, so I showed up, of course. What loving future son-in-law would not do what his father-in-law, except for give up his love? What wouldn't do? But of course, when I arrived, he was nowhere to be seen. I waited around till about 11:05, 11:07 and 39 seconds. And then I left. You know, I went back to my room. I went to bed. I just waited around for my beloved to return. Which does remind me. I've been meaning to ask you, my love. You see, I did notice this ticket that showed up. Dated February 8th, 1:30 in the morning. A Ford Mustang. I believe this was your car.
It's our car.
Is this your car? It's registered to Miss Angela Ronnie. It was a a parking ticket. How did this happen? How were you ticketed the other night? I do not understand. I was waiting for you, my beloved.
Baby, really? Listen.
I just want to know.
Well, if you gotta
Did
know.
you step out on me?
If you gotta know, I stepped out to talk to my dad because I needed some money. I was a little short on cash this month with everything going on, and so I went to go see Papa at the restaurant. But guess what? He was just in the kitchen, probably making some macaroni or whatever.
He didn't
I don't know. Well, he was in the kitchen and I said, I'll come back later. So you know what? I went to the nightclub and I did a little this and a little that. And I hung out with my girlfriends and we had a great time. And then I came back. I might have gotten this ticket while I was at the club. I don't pay attention. I don't pay parking tickets. Anyway, so that's all it was. I got back and then the police were already there, Mama. And Papa was already murdered. However, I will say, speaking of some money, little Miss Tara over there, she did pay me $5,000 to say that she had been hanging out with me one particular night.
That is a lot of money.
I didn't think nothing of it. It's $5,000, right? I'm just gonna take some money. However, I realize now that was the same night that Papa was murdered. So I can't keep your secret anymore, girl. I'm really sorry. I can't do it. I'll keep the money. But, you know, what were you doing? You got no alibi.
First of all, what happened to girl code?
Well,
I thought we were like getting along. Okay, you're right. I needed an alibi, but not for the reasons that you think. I did not kill Pepe. I was nowhere near him.
So you say?
The reason I needed an alibi was because I went to see an old boyfriend that night. And I told Rocco that I was with Angel. And if Rocco found out, he might have killed me.
And now
Now I'm regretting that he knows. Thanks,
sorry,
Angel.
Sorry, girl.
But besides that, speaking of Rocco, Pepe caught Mama Rosa kissing him earlier that day that Pepe was murdered. So, what's up with that, Rocco? And Mama, I heard you had a big fight over it. And how could you cheat on your husband with my fiance?
It was just a harmless harmless kiss.
It was just a kiss.
It was just a kiss.
Only a kiss.
As you know,
How did it end up
was-
like this?
Will you quit talking so much so I can explain myself?
Let Mama talk.
I was Rocco's girlfriend back in Italy. Everybody knows that. So when I saw Rocco again, we just, had a little kiss for old time's sake.
No.
And Pepe found out about it, and with that temper of his, he just got all upset. He didn't understand. But, Rocco, when I was with you and I was just looking around, I found this medical report.
Oh dear.
You have necrozozoa fictiona. And you have only 1 year to live? Oh. So, what did you do? Did you come back here to seek revenge on Pepe for the time that he embarrassed you 25 years ago?
No, not at all. It is true that I do have this disease. But I came here to America to make a peace with my brother and to decide who should take over the Scarfazi family name. I want to die with a clear conscience. Nothing to do with anything that happened 25 years ago. That is under the water under the bridge. No worries. I do, however, in my efforts to get the next Scarfazi name going. Oh, Marco. Marco.
My boy.
Poor,
My big
weak-chinned Marco. Oh, you have no respect for your father. This is a very bad. If a son has no respect for the father, he does not learn right from wrong. Murder would be a nothing for such a boy. If Marco was my son, he would know respect.
I'll tell you right now, Rocco, I had nothing but respect for my father. Just because he couldn't understand my dream to play football doesn't mean that I didn't have respect for him. I mean, he said he would disown me if I went to play football. Disown his own son. Can you believe that? Now, one person I'll never have respect for is you, Rocco. You would lie, a cheat. You only care about one thing, yourself and your money. If anything, you killed Papa just so you could inherit this restaurant. You had the vineyard, why not?
Marco, I'm sure you have misunderstood me. It must be the hairy ears. It's just too hard to hear out of this. You are so young and you have so much to learn. I have said unpleasant things about your papa. It is true, but only to get the old trouble out into the open. Then it could be forgiven. Capiche?
Oh, mamma mia, listening to all of you tell your stories and defend your innocence, I have taken copious notes. So let's see if I've got to this all straight. Tiramisu. You could be in a lot of trouble, missy. Paying a phony alibi? Paying Angel to lie for you? Oh, mamma mia, that old boyfriend must have been something very special. Perhaps, Tara, perhaps he can replace those diamond earrings that you seem to have lost. Although we do know where one of them turned up, don't we, Tara? And then no need to worry about your fiancé, Rocco Scarfazzi, getting jealous over your new boyfriend. No, Rocco has enough troubles on his mind, all of those loose ends to tie up before he succumbs to his fatal illness. Oh, less than 1 year to live, they say. And Rocco, oh, let us list it off. You must get married, become a father, find a successor to the family business, and attend the funeral of your brother. Oh, Rocco, so much time and so little to do. Strike that. Reverse it. Thank you. Well, Mama Rosa, your pasta is to die for, but it seems like you have been heating up more than just the kitchen stove. Oh, I guess the way that Pepe treated you all of these years, it's no wonder you would seek the comfort of Rocco's arms. But then again, Mama, you are not the only one with hot lips. No, your beautiful daughter Angel and her beau have been like two puppies in love. Oh, as Angel says, they can't keep their hands off of each other. But please, we have a company. Keep your hands off of each other. Oh, they were driving poor Pepe crazy. And speaking of driving, Angel, I do hope you are not illegally parked in front of the restaurant again. That could be a costly ticket for more than one reason. And Beaujolais, I speak to you now, Beaujolais. Threatening your future father-in-law was in no way to start your courtship with Angel. Telling Pepe it is you who should be willing to die is no way to get yourself in the family's good graces. Oh, mamma mia. And Marco, the future World Cup soccer player. Marco, the man who holds Italy in the palm of his hands. Marco, the man that will bring glory to all of Italy, the golden keeper, Marco. I'll make your mark, Marco. I can see it in your eyes. But too bad that your papa couldn't. There is no glory in waiting tables, Marco. Nobody will hold you on their shoulders and carry you out of the restaurant after waiting their table. Marco, you will not make La Sports Center here at La Speranza. You must go out into the world, Marco. I say, if a man has a dream, if a man has a passion, Marco, that he should hold that in his hands. He should clutch it, Marco, and he should go for it, no matter what. And perhaps, Marco, that is exactly what you did. Oh, mamma mia, this is getting to be a good story. My friends, it is now time to feast! It is a time to feast Italy style, courtesy of our chef, Chef Gary Lucas. A round of applause for our chef, Gary Lucas. Chef Gary Lucas moving right into the kitchen at La Speranza. Pepe's body, not yet in the grave, and already Chef Gary Lucas is in the La Speranza restaurant. Everybody around here saddled with grief, but not the Chef Gary Lucas. He continues. Oh, you wouldn't think, would you, my friends, that after you have already met the suspects, after we have introduced ourselves, you do not think, my friends, that it was really Chef Gary Lucas all along, do you? Nobody has benefited more than the death of Pepe than our very own Chef Gary Lucas. I will keep an extra eye on him for you, but until then, my friends, we will break and you will feast.
Monsieur, you never told me that you were dying. Oh my goodness, this is a big deal. This is a big problem that we are going to have to figure out who will take over for Scarpazzi Enterprises. I tell you, I will not work for that boy Marco with his hairy ears and his stromboli ankles. I will not. He does not know a wine from a dog's behind. I tell you, no.
Boy, listen to me, Bo. Listen to what I tell you. Marco is family. If I say he is boss, then he is boss with his hairy ears and his stromboli ankles and his weak shoulders. Oh, that is the way it is, capiche?
Yo, Uncle Rocco, I told you, I don't know parts of your business. All right, I want to play football. Capiche?
Poor innocent Marco. You have no idea. You could own 10 soccer teams with your uncle's money, and you turn him down? Stupido. It's just as well. It will take a real man to run Scarpazzi Enterprises, not someone with hairy ears and stromboli ankles.
Now, wait a minute. Who says it's got to be a man to take over Scarpazzi Enterprises? Am I right?
Absolutely, you tell him.
I'm family, and I'll tell you what, I got a hell of a lot more skills than stromboli ankles over there.
Hey!
Just saying it, brother. Well, listen, I'm going to tell you something, too. Marco, ever since you came back to New York, you've been trying to prove yourself to Uncle Rocco. Uncle Rocco's like, you gotta be a man. You know, it's a hopeless case, but he's trying. And I don't know, I'm starting to think maybe you were trying to prove something to Uncle Rocco. Did you, Papa?
Enough! I should have taken a rock and killed myself instead of listening to all this fighting. Angel, apologize to your brother. He is such a sensitive boy.
Not apologize for that, good run.
Mama, I don't need you sticking up for me. Not against my own sister.
That's not what it looked like to me.
I know there is awkwardness because of Mama and I sharing a kiss. But
It was just a kiss, right?
it was only just a kiss. But no one was fooling around, as you Americans say, except maybe my beautiful, beautiful Tara. Oh, who tells me she is with my niece when she is out with another man. Oh.
Rocco, please. It was nothing. He was just a friend. I love you, Rocco. And I want to have a baby with you.
Well, Mademoiselle Tara, if I were you, I would not be having babies. I would be getting on the first train out of here. You know what I mean. Do you agree, my love?
Yes, I so agree.
Oh, tell me like you said last night. Tell me you agree with me like you said last night. The sweet everythings you whispered in my ears.
Please, I'm trying to drink.
Oh, you're so funny, baby. You're so funny.
Thank you very much.
Listen. I'm just all excited here, and it's been a lot since Papa got murdered, okay? It's been a lot.
That's true.
Yes. Well said. Now, can we just get back to figuring out who popped Papa? I got things I gotta do. I already accused Marco, but I'll do it again.
Just don't say anything about my ears, all right?
We wouldn't be able to hear it anyway.
What?
Oh, La Familia.
But yeah, so were you trying to be a man or what?
I don't need to prove nothing to Uncle Rocco. Uncle Don want to be a Don Corleone over there? Man, that mafia stuff went out years ago. He's just a sucker. Man, I could show him I'm man enough to run his business, though, if that's what he wants. But I don't want no parts of that. I want to play football. That's what I want to do. Now, Tara, I got a question for you. Ever since you got here, I think I've seen you before, and I just figured it out. A couple weeks ago, you was in this very restaurant, but your hair was a little shorter, and you was flirting with Papa. I thought it was funny at first. I was like, thought it was cute that my Papa was, getting passes from the ladies. But I think you had more in mind than just making small passes, didn't you?
It is true. I was here. I was in New York on a shopping trip. And I was in the restaurant because Rocco had told me all about Pepe and the whole family. And so when I was on my shopping trip, I decided to just come and do a little spying to see what the family was all about. And I found some things out. For one, thinking of it, Angel, I hate to tell you, darling, but Marco's not in love with you.
Wow. No way.
Bo, sorry.
I hope he's not.
Bo's
like
not
a
in
sister.
love with you. I mean, true. But Bo is really not in love with you.
He's not lonely.
Give me some more wine.
No,
I drink to that, Mama.
no.
This family's
Tara, what are you talking about?
He only wants to marry into Rocco's family. He's using you for your inheritance. He knew that if Rocco had no children, the bulk of his vast estate would go to you and Marco. And so he planned to marry you just to get in control of the inheritance.
Baby.
Oh, that is the silliest story I have heard since last week. I don't even know. There is no chance whatsoever. Tara, you spin a wild web. I am absolutely in love with, my beau, my chérie. J'adore vous. Oh, to the moon and back. I love, even if she did not have a penny to her name, even if she was buried under mountains of debt, I would take her for my wife. I am in love with her. I don't need an inheritance. I already have a great job with Mr. Scarfazzi.
Get some wine.
This wine is very good.
Good one.
CC.
I don't need to marry into the family to have a place in the family. Now, speaking of the family, and I even feel very uncomfortable saying this, especially to you. We never talked about this before, but I don't know if you know this, but for many years now, your mama has been not wanting in, but wanting out. You see, she has been taking, I don't know, a little bit here, a little bit there, and tucking it away for a beautiful palazzo in Italy that she was going to move to and leave Pepe by himself.
He's gonna kick us out?
She purchased that. She was planning to move there very soon. And if you knew, it would be a very dangerous situation. I am not trying to throw aspersions, but maybe you just ahead of time so you could leave. I don't know.
Well, I don't know how you knew this, Bo. But you cannot steal what is yours.
That's true.
All these years I worked for Pepe. And he just never gave me any spending money, just made me slave in that kitchen, and I just got fed up. So I took a little bit of money and I put it away and I saved it and I bought myself a home in Italy. And I planned to leave Pepe and go to Italy and live out my days in peace.
With us.
Yeah, we're coming too, right?
No. No. But I cannot get any peace yet because Angel, you're not always an angel. Ever since your Uncle Rocco has come, you are behaving strangely. You're acting like you are trying to impress him. You've always been a troubled girl, but I don't know, you're trying to prove something to somebody. Like how bad you can be. What is going on?
Mama, I'm not troubled. I'm not doing anything different just to impress
Yes, you are.
Uncle Rocco.
I'm your mama, I know.
No, I'm not, Mama. Oh, you're exaggerating.
That's what
No,
mamas do.
how could my own mother say something like that? I'm just who I
'Cause I'm your
am.
mama.
Uncle Rocco's already impressed, I'm sure. Listen, but Mama, the real issue, the real problem between Papa and Uncle Rocco was 25 years ago? Because both of them were in love with you. And in fact, Mama and Uncle Rocco were engaged. That's right, they were gonna be married. And then
This is
on
true.
the
This
wedding
is
day, Mama said, I like Papa better. And so she ran away with Papa on their wedding day. It caused a big scandal from what I hear, huh, Uncle Rocco? Oh no, I don't think he's ever forgiven Papa for that. I know I wouldn't.
It is true. My brother Pepe stole my fiancée, Rosa, away from me 25 years ago on the day I was to be married. Oh,
Believe me, I am sorry.
Pepe embarrassed me in front of the whole of town, and it took years to get over it. I was very mad, but that was a long time ago. It is forgotten. What is not forgotten is Bo. Bo's been getting a little too smart for your own good lately. I no longer trust you, and the days with me are numbered. I know this was your only hope of staying with the Scarfazi Enterprises, was to marry my niece and to control her inheritance. Angel's Papa Pepe stood in the way. I wonder if you did something to alleviate the situation.
Rocco, this is the first time you have ever been displeased with me. I have worked myself to the bone. I cannot believe that you would ever imagine. I mean, I've made a few mistakes. Who hasn't? I mean, every time you make what you say, scrambled eggs, then you need to crack a few shells. But is that what you say, Americans?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay, anyway, I have made mistakes before, but this is the first time. I cannot believe that you would say that about me. Now, I do remember a conversation that you had with me. I mean, maybe confidentially, I don't know at this point. But I do remember that you were talking about how difficult it was for you to truly forgive your twin brother, and if you remember, you did ask me to, I don't know, to come back with you and to weasel my way into the family, to get to know someone. You know, I did happen to fall in love with you. I am in love with you. But it was at the bequest of your Uncle Rocco. Is that not true?
I told you.
I did ask Bo to spend a little time with the angel. But it was merely to get under Pepe's skin. I wanted to see him squirm just a little bit. And getting married to Angel was a Bo's idea. I would never condone a marriage between an angel and a Bo. He is a Frenchman, not Italian.
What are you saying?
This is true.
But Mama Rosa, you are more than just a little bit fond of me, aren't you? You see, she sent me a love letter.
Story time with Rocco.
Yes, and I will now read it for all to hear. Dear Rocco, you will be surprised to get this letter. It has been so many years since we have spoken to each other. Often I have thought of you and wondered how our life would be if I had stayed to marry you in 1990 instead of running away with Pepe. I still have feelings for you. Do you remember, amore? Oh, my marriage to Pepe is not so good. I am a lonely woman, and I would like to return to Italy. Tell me how you feel about me. Maybe we can start again. Yours forever, Rosa.
How could you?
Rosa, you had confessed your love for me and your desire to come see me in Italy. If Pepe had found out about this letter, there would have been much trouble.
Is that why you want a palazzo?
Well, Marco, it seems your disease has affected your voice. Yes, I wrote that letter, but I wrote it several months ago, and I even forgot that I wrote it. Pepe and I were not getting along, and I became nostalgic, and I was just sitting there thinking, did I make a mistake? And what my life would have been like if I had married Rocco. Means nothing.
What was the mistake?
But you know, that sounds a little bit wrong. Not Italian. But I was thinking, Pepe, on the night that he was murdered, was wearing his expensive Italian suit. The one he always wore when he wanted to have a romantic occasion. And he looked so handsome in it, Pepe. He looked like Rocco. But he was not being romantic with me. I think that he was being romantic with this little tart here named Tara. That's who I think he was with.
Now listen, we all know that Pepe was one hot-blooded Italian male. He has been putting the moves on me since I arrived. And with the way
He was a stupido too.
with his overactive love of the ladies, he had women all over town. He was not with me on the night he died. I can assure you that. Now, Marco, I have a copy of a letter that your papa received from the Italian soccer team. Dear Mr. Roney, thank you for your letter of January 15, 2015, informing us about your son Marco's medical condition. We are very sorry to hear about his disability. Under the circumstances, we have withdrawn our contract offer for Marco to join our soccer club. We commend you for taking such a positive interest in your son's good health. Now, Marco, I am sure that you are not thrilled with that letter. Was that motive to kill your papa?
Oh, he would not kill his own papa.
Papa should have never did what he did. My dream of playing football was crushed. I was all lined up to go play for the Forza, and now it's gone. They sent me a letter to say, hey, good luck in the future, hope everything's all right. Papa told him I had stromboli ankles or some stuff. I don't even know what that is. All I know is, I don't know if I could ever forgive Papa. I probably never forgive Papa, even though he's dead. Because football is life.
Football is life.
Football is life. Now, let me tell you a little something about my sis here. She ain't no angel. She's a devil. The devil.
Talk your sister
Thank
that
you,
way.
Mama. Finally.
Only me.
Let me tell you. She's got this little organization she's been running, Mama. Okay? So what she does is she's got this gang of goons she hires, okay? And they break into the local businesses. Then she goes to the same businesses and asks them for protection money. So she gets the money from all the stuff that gets stolen, and then she's getting protection money on top of that. Ain't that right, Angel?
Listen, Mama. Don't listen to old noodle brain here. Okay, my gang, like you like to call them, is actually a respectable team of neighborhood kids. They didn't have anything to do. And I said, I want to help these kids and our neighborhood. So I wanted to help the kids. Yeah, I said, kids, let me get you together. Let's offer some protection for the area businesses.
It's for the children.
And just in case they were vandalized or robbed, my teenage helpers will go and protect them. And yeah, exactly. Uncle Rocco gets it. They did pay me for my services and for the services of these wonderful, fine teenagers in our area. And that way everybody was safe. Listen,
Good business sense.
hardly anyone got hurt.
Hardly.
Very few.
Oh, mamma mia, what a family we have here. Have you had a chance to try a Mama Rosa spaghetti? I hear it's the best in Italy. But then you probably got indigestion from all the antipasta of truth you've been hearing here tonight. Oh, mamma mia. Bull, I thought you were going to pop your cork when Rocco said that you were at the root with the Scarfazi organization. If I recall, they have a very short pension plan. Angel's future inheritance is looking better and better, isn't it? You had better get a ring on that finger, Bo, before she changes her mind. But then again, Angel appears to be more interested in an extortion ring than a wedding ring. Oh, she has certainly gone to a lot of trouble to impress her Uncle Rocco. I wonder, Angel, is it the fringe benefits or the opportunity for advancement that has you most interested in Uncle Rocco's business? And all along, we've assumed Uncle Rocco to be a criminal. But now, we learn that he is a victim as well. He's had his heart stolen. Imagine the embarrassment of being left at the altar while his brother sails away with his bride-to-be. But as you say, Rocco, that was a long time ago. It was forgotten. But then again, Rocco, what goes around does come around. Because your long-lost love, Mama Rosa now regrets that she left you back in Italy all of those years ago for your brother. Now she has even purchased a home back in Italy. I wonder, Rosa, how close is your new home to Rocco's villa? I think that perhaps Pepe thought it was a little too close. And maybe Marco will stay with you back in Italy as he recovers from all of his medical maladies. Oh, a strombolosis of the ankles, the weak chin. Oh, Marco, I wonder, Marco, if your family's lie have finally turned this mild-mannered, childlike waiter boy into a man of action. And Tara snooping around harmlessly spying on Pepe while on a shopping trip in New York. I wonder, Tara, if you were doing a little more undercover work than you would care to admit.
Sounds like it.
Oh, Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia, it is only a time for one thing, and that is your dessert. Yes, a dessert. My friends, digest all of this, enjoy your dessert, and we will return for our final round.
Mama Rosa, I tell you this only once. Stay away from my Rocco. If you think you are going to Italy to chase him around, you're crazy. He don't love you, he loves me.
You have a lot of nerve. You come after mine, Pepe, and you tell me to stay away from your man? You're no good for Rocco. Why should I leave him alone? Maybe I got some things you don't got.
Mama. All right, Mama.
Mama, pray tell, what are you thinking
You
about?
got nothing. You're like an old shoe.
Tara, Mama, no,
That's my mama you're talking about.
Tara.
you are fighting for nothing. Soon I will be dead. Kaput! My bones you do not want.
Oh, Rocco, I'm so sorry. Come on, eat some more. Get up your strength. We can fight this illness.
But listen, Uncle Rocco. When your number's up, your number's up. You know what I mean? I know a guy that can do your will real cheap, you know. Just let me know. Anytime.
Savor your prayers, all of you. I'm not in my grave yet. I have too many things to do first. Maybe even finding a new manager for my vineyards? What do you think, Bo? What size shoe do you wear? I have a nice pair of cement shoes.
Rocco, I think this would be a very, very big mistake. I think you want me. You need me on that wall to make sure that Scarfazi wine remains the best, the greatest wine in all of the world when you are no longer around to ensure it. It will be my pleasure to take your name across the globe.
Yeah. Look at the big shot Bo Diddley over here. You know, if you marry,
Beaujolais.
whatever. You know, if you marry my sister, you might as well marry the devil herself. She's 10 times worse than Uncle Rocco is.
No way to talk to your sister. Yeah.
Jabroni, listen.
I do not agree, Marco.
Better say something.
Of course I was going to say. Why would you not think I would stick up for you, my love? I think actually, Marco, that maybe your sister has a kind of spunk, the kind of energy, the kind of intelligence that would help you get to the next level. You know, the 17th or 16th level of professional soccer, where they use potatoes or something like that. She could get your new contract signed in blood.
Baby, no way, no thanks. Marco's doing just fine being a waiter boy for the rest of his life. How's that for a tip, big brother?
She called you a waiter boy. She said, "See you later, boy." That was enough for her.
Yeah, your time's coming, Angel. You're gonna see.
Now, Angel, it is funny we're talking about seeing. I was just remembering a conversation we had the other day.
Tell me, baby.
Do you remember?
No, I don't listen.
Okay. You mentioned that your father had some big plans for you. He said that he had signed you up, not for a soccer contract, but for a stay in a beautiful village in Brazil. You were going to join a nunnery. I was very broken-hearted about the possibility.
Yes, and you know what, Bo? I was angry too. Do you remember now how angry I got?
Oh, you were very angry
Yeah.
at your father. I can't believe. What would
Exactly.
you do? I don't know.
Listen, I was definitely not going to let Papa send me all the way to a South American continent. Mama, did you know about this?
No, I didn't.
I was not going to let Papa do that, so I was definitely putting a stop. And here's the thing, though. Before anything could happen, I could confront him about it. No, Uncle Rocco. He was murdered before I could even talk to him about it. So, however, I will tell you, there was something else interesting that I found. I think I got it right here.
What is that?
This is actually a little label. I actually found it in Papa's wallet, Mama. And it just so happens, I might have been looking for some money. What about it? It just so happens it's from a prescription bottle for none other than Miss Tara Me Sue. And
I knew it.
it says she has to make sure she takes it in order to get pregnant. So, here's what I'm thinking, is that Tara obviously seduced Papa just to be able to get pregnant when she was using this fertility drug.
Another
Why would
Pepe
you
kid.
do that, Tara? What? Another kid? What?
Is it another Pepe kid? We don't need another Pepe kid.
Sacre bleu. No.
Okay. I had to get pregnant to convince Rocco to marry me. And unfortunately, Rocco was having some recurring problems. So,
Boy, I missed up
So
over
sorry,
on that.
Rocco.
So I came to New York 3 months ago because if Pepe, his identical twin brother, fathered my child, it would be impossible to prove it was not Rocco's.
Oh, that's actually smart.
That's some cold-blooded stuff right there.
Yes. Pepe is the father of my unborn baby. But I do have to say, on the night that Pepe was murdered, it was well after 3 a.m. when Rocco returned to the hotel room. And I awoke and I talked with him, and we were talking, and all of a sudden, Rocco just broke down and wept. I had never seen him cry like that before. And he was saying that he destroyed his brother. It was as close to a confession as murder as possible.
You're about to see me cry like that again after learning of what I've learned tonight.
We can all drink to that.
Salute.
I have told the Pepe I realized a few things that I was just doing to ruin Pepe's life. I knew that it was wrong, and I didn't want to do that anymore. It was a mistake. I wanted to get over it. So when I had said I had destroyed my brother, you just misunderstood me. Of course, now I might be okay with that. However, I should be honest. I might have told Pepe about Mama Rosa's house in Italy.
You Boca Grande.
And her plans to leave him and return to the old country. That might have been how Bo found out about it. Pepe, he went as pale as a ghost and said that the Mama Rosa would leave him over his own dead body. I wonder if maybe he meant it and that's how it played out.
Well, that is why then Pepe confronted me and demanded that I give him the deed to the house. And he forbid me to go back to Italy. I refused. But you know, he was such a controlling man. And I found out what he did to you, Marco, when you came crying and weeping to me
Poor Marco.
about the letter that he wrote to the Italian soccer team. And then it was not like you. You started making threats. You threatened to kill Papa, sell the restaurante, take care of your mama. That was good. But it wasn't like you. And I thought, maybe, just maybe,
He got to be a man.
Marco got to
possessed
be
by
a
a
man. He got some spunker. But you didn't kill your father, did you?
Whoa, Mama. Listen to yourself. What are you talking about? There's no way I'd have killed Papa. By the way, I just wanted to say, I was in the restaurant, walking past the table, when Mr. Bo Jackson's phone was open, and I took a picture. I took a picture of this text message that went over, and it reads, "How are we making out on what we talked about earlier? I sure hope there aren't any hiccups like the last time." This is to a Mr. Vito Venvedito. He says, "There won't be, don't worry. It's done." It's about 2 days later. "It's done. Opposition is dead. I told you not to worry. We can move forward with the next phase now." Care to enlighten us on this, Bo?
Thank you.
Rocco, you know anything about this?
I was really hoping that you would not bring this up now, but you did in front of everyone. That is fine. The truth is, once again, this is a misunderstanding. You see, this was some messages between me and the distributor, who we were working on a deal to make sure that now Scarfazzi wines would be able to be distributed throughout the United States from coast to coast to coast. That is right. And now we have it. We are ready. It will be great. And I was waiting for just the right time to be able to tell you this. I am so excited, Rocco. We have won the deal, and now your wine will be known the world and this country over. It will be so wonderful.
Marco,
Yes,
I have no knowledge of any distribution.
until now.
Bo is making secret deals behind my back. Well, soon he will be swimming with the fishes.
I was waiting for the right time. There is no right time, I guess. But it just so happens that I guess I should share this disconnect with you all. You might not realize this, but I happened to be in the restaurant the very night that Pepe was murdered. You remember he called me in and he did not show up. But while he was not there, someone else was there. The burrow, the fluffy ears, the weak knees, short chin, cannoli ankle Marco was there. And I saw. Sorry, my love. I saw him go to the drawer. You know the drawer I'm talking about. He pulled it open. He reached inside, and he held the gun. The very gun that Pepe would use just in case. The very gun that was used to murder Pepe. It was Marco that took the gun. So, I think we have an open and shut case. I would like to make a formal accusation that it was Marco in the kitchen with the gun. Where's the envelope? Where's the envelope? I want to right now. That is the truth. That is what happened. I rest my case. I win. The game is over.
Number one is not envelopes, it's baskets. And number two, Pablo had me clean the gun all the time. He just wanted to make sure it was in good working condition in case something happened. So I would get it, I would clean it, I'd oil it, I'd put it back. I don't know what the problem is. What, are you stupid? Now, every now and then, Mama would come running out of the back there after they were arguing, waving it around like, I'ma shoot you, I'ma shoot you. Maybe, just maybe, the gun went off and killed Papa. Just maybe.
Just a maybe. Just a maybe. Yes, I threatened Pepe with a gun numerous times. But I never really tried to shoot him. I mean, he would always get it out of my hand too quickly. It was just to scare him just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So I did not shoot him. But, oh, La Familia. Secrets, secrets, secrets.
What more secrets do we have?
Oh, big ones. A few hours before Pepe was murdered, I told Rocco something that made him very, very angry. And it was a secret that Pepe made me keep for 25 years. You see,
The greatest shame anyone could ever have.
25 years ago, when Pepe and I came to America, I was already with child.
Sacre bleu!
I knew we could only be half brother and sister. I knew it. I mean, that is sad.
Marco, I am so sorry that you hear about this way
What are you telling me?
at this time. But Pepe is not your papa. Your papa is Rocco.
Family.
Oh, yes, I might go think
That's great, Uncle Rocco. All right.
Why, Mama?
Can you ever forgive
No!
me?
Mama,
My heart is broken.
I was so very, very unhappy when Mama Rosa told me that Marco, weak-kneed Marco, hairy-eared Marco,
Where do you think he got those genes?
receding hairline Marco was my son! All these years I had wished for a son, and then I find out that Marco was mine all along. Oh, my brother had cheated me out of being a father. To make matters worse, the boy was Marco. Oh, and he had grown up weak. But none of that is important now. I will be dead soon, and I can take this dishonor to the grave. But Pepe had phoned me a few hours before he was murdered and asked me to meet him for breakfast the next morning. He said he had something to tell me about Tara, to show some proof to me.
I'm so sorry.
So Tara, you knew this meeting was planned, and I feel like you would have done anything to keep me from learning about your fling with Pepe.
Connected.
I was not worried at all about Pepe telling you that we were together. Pepe knew how violent you could be. He would never tell you such a secret. You would have killed us both.
Yeah.
But I also heard that Angel met with her Uncle Rocco, that's you, before Pepe's murder. And she pleaded with you to let her run Scarfazi Enterprises. You told Angel she wasn't tough enough, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so Angel said, let me prove myself to you. By the time tomorrow, you will not doubt that I am capable. Now, Angel, did you kill your father to prove yourself to Rocco?
Listen, no. I also had a lot of wine. Listen. On the morning before Papa died, I told Uncle Rocco, I said, listen, I want to run Scarfazi Enterprises. You remember. Because we know Marco can't do it. He's falling apart over here. So, yeah. So I said, I started my own reputable business operation. And I wanted Uncle Rocco to see what I had done and knew that I had the capability and that I could run Scarfazi Enterprises. Plain and simple as that. I didn't need to do anything else to prove myself. Uncle Rocco saw what I could do. I will.
Charitable organization you're running there.
Thank you, Uncle Rocco. I will say, though, I did find it very interesting, baby. Yeah, you.
Oui, oui. What did you find
That-
interesting?
Well, I was the one that told you about Papa's murder the next morning. You seemed a little weird about it. You kind of even seemed a little scared when I told you. And I just thought, that's kind of weird. You even asked some questions, and I was like, what's happening here? So, I don't know. Maybe was there a little guilt there or something? What's happening, baby?
Mon chéri. I think we have a connection deep within our bones. You know certain things about me. You may not know everything, though. I think in this case, you were a little bit obviously. I was visibly shaken, but for you, you have just lost your father. He would not be there to walk you down the aisles into my waiting arms on the day of our nuptials. No, what you saw also in addition to that is, the truth is that I am not one of you. And where what the police naturally suspect is a foreigner?
The French guy.
And the French guy?
That's true.
So it makes sense that I would be just a little bit scared when your papa turns out to be murdered. That is all that was going on.
My dear friends, you have heard of the accusations. You have heard of the defenses. Sometimes a shaky defenses. And it is nearly a time for you to make your decision about who murdered poor Pepe. But where are my manners? I did not give you the opportunity to question our suspects. So my friends, that the time is now. We will offer the opportunity for not each of you, that would be a long time, for all of you to ask one question for each suspect. You can use this time to fill in any holes in their story, to crack them under the pressure. And so, my dear friends, I ask you now, who among you would like to ask our very own Mama Rosa a question? Kindly raise your hand, and I will bring the holiest of microphones over to you for a question from Mama Rosa. Yes, you, sir.
Did you do it?
Did you do it?
Did I have a reason?
You might have a couple.
Poor Pepe. Huh. Huh. He was a hard man to live with, but he did not deserve to die the way that he did. And maybe there was still a little love there for him, but I knew our marriage was over. So that is why I saved the money.
Power off.
To go to... Not when I'm talking. To go to...
That is the Oscar music, Mama Rosa. You must leave.
And I have to thank, but I had to get away from him. So that is why I bought the house in Italy. And I thought, I might be over there by Morocco. But I realized, he's no better than Pepe. I don't need that trouble. Not at all. He was good for a few kisses, but after that. But
How many kisses?
just a few. I lied the other time. But in the gun, yes, I threatened Pepe many, many, many times. But be respectful of your father. But I did not shoot him. There was a reason. He was a scaredy cat. That was enough.
Mama Rosa rests her case, but there are still suspects up here. Tiramisu, next on the docket. Who would like to ask Miss Tiramisu a question?
Well, they all get one.
Mama Rosa, your time is over! Mama Rosa is always looking for extra screen time, having a lot of trouble with Mama Rosa. But Tiramisu is next. Who among you would be so bold, so courageous, to offer a hand, and more importantly, to offer a question to Miss Tiramisu? You had a kind of a weak question to start. Come on, it is much easier to ask a question now.
What was the $5,000 for?
A wonderful question. What were the $5,000 for?
It was merely a cover. I went and saw an old friend. Listen, I have been so happy with my life. It's been going so well. I was engaged to a rich and exciting man. I'm gonna have a baby and now everything is all confused. But I had nothing to do with Pepe's murder, no matter how it might seem. I didn't want anyone to know I was out with an old boyfriend, including Pepe or Rocco, and that's why I paid Angel the $5,000 to cover, which she blew. And yes, I'll admit, I slept with Pepe 3 months ago to get pregnant, but I did it for Rocco. I did it because I loved him. He wanted a baby so badly. And I knew that he would never know it was Pepe's because Pepe would have never said anything to him about it because we all knew how dangerous he could be.
I lose one baby and gain another. Oh.
He grows so fast.
My friends, the man who talks all the time, and now I must answer your question. Our very own Beaujolais is up next. Who among you would dare question, that Beaujolais could possibly, potentially, be the murderer of Pepe? My friends, please, the floor is open.
You may have to speak French, I don't know.
My friends, I think you forget your place. I think you forget what you are fighting for. My dear friends, this information could lead you to the murder mystery cup of honor. Do not delay. If you do not ask a question, we are stuck in an infinite loop. We will be here for all of night.
Fear not.
Beaujolais!
Every question gets the same answer anyway.
Who would like to ask a Beaujolais a question? What a crowd. We have you eating from the palm of my hand. Thank you so much.
Did you really love her?
Oui. 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 Je suis le tueur. Ah. Mais c'était censé être mon patron. I'm sorry you do not speak French, so let me translate for you. Yes, I love her with all my heart, to the very grave. And yes, I came to this country with my boss, Monsieur Scarfazi, to do some business. Yes, it was very important. It was a little short vacation as well, but during that time I fell in love. My heart was ripped from my chest and held in these hands for this very time. I am trying to make sure that you know how much I love you. You see, it was nothing to do with the fact that she inherited so much money when her uncle died. It had nothing to do with her father. Of course, when Angel's father, Pepe, God rest his soul, when he argued with me, it was silly. We all knew that it would not end well for him, you know, but who would not be willing to fight for such a prize? I certainly would. I knew that in the end that he would come around because he loves his daughter almost as much as I do. So, I did not have to kill her papa in order to have a place in her heart or in this family. Now that he is gone though, I am recognizing how very important that it will be for me to take care of this woman, this woman of the night, this angel, who get parking tickets at 1:30 in the morning. Anyway, I think that answers your question. It was the same answer no matter what.
My dear friends, 3 suspects have come, 3 suspects have gone, but yet 3 suspects remain. Marco is ready. He is poised. He is energized and ready to answer any question that you have for him.
Marco, what position do you play in soccer?
Well, of course, with my build, I was a goalie. Nobody was going to believe I was a striker. But I'll tell you right now, I can never forgive Papa for what he did to me. I mean, that's just dirt, you know? I had dreams. My hopes of playing professional football are gone. People were going to shout my name like all the one-name players of the past. Pele, Messi, Ronaldo. Marco. But now,
Drinking a little too much.
Legendary.
but now, that dream is gone. And now I find out that Uncle Daddy over there, he's my real father. I don't even know what to think anymore. I'll tell you though, the gun, not me. I just cleaned it, I oiled it, I put it back in. Plain and simple. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
My dear friends, as Marco leaves, we have Rocco. Who among you has a question for Rocco? So much to ask about Rocco. So many questions.
Rocco, you're supposed to be a twin to Pepe. Are you sure you're not Pepe? And kill Rocco.
I am fairly certain I would recognize myself in the mirror. I am fairly certain I am Rocco. I've looked in the mirror, I know my name, I know who I am. So yes, I am definitely not Pepe. I am Rocco. But on the subject of poor Pepe, I miss him so very much. Oh, and I'm going to continue to miss him. I wish we could have settled our differences so many years ago. Then maybe none of this would have happened. I came to America. Yes, maybe not so much to make peace. Maybe to cause some strife and havoc and really just get back at Pepe. But I just wanted him to feel the pain that I felt 25 years ago. I did not want him dead, only sorry. I caused some trouble for Pepe's family. Rosa, I encouraged to come back to Italy. Angel, I tried to make fall in love with Bo. Marco, oh Marco, I tried to make him to a man and failed. All these things I admit. And now Pepe is dead, and it is over. God willing, I will soon join him in heaven, and maybe Pepe and I can be brothers again. But yes, I am clearly Rocco, not Pepe. Hey.
What a twist that would have been. Angel now sits at the table alone. Sits at the table until your final question. Until the question that finally cracks the code for you.
Did your dad know about your racketeering?
Listen. Was Tara a trollop? Yep. Is Uncle Rocco gonna die? Yeah, that's happening. Is Bo French? Maybe. Is Marco weak-kneed and hairy-eared and everything else? Well, that's for sure. We all saw that. Is Mama saucier than I thought? Oh, yeah. But me and Papa, we talked about everything. He knew all of everything that I knew. He knew all my boyfriends. He didn't like any of them, especially Bo. But we talked about stuff. And I stopped in that night to ask for money, but also to say hello and talk to him because we were father and daughter. Also, I was mad at him that he was going to send me to a convent for no reason since I'm a respectable member of our neighborhood and I run a good business that helps everybody and hurts hardly anyone, remember? So yes, those are the facts. That is what was going on that night. And we had a great relationship. And I'm sad that we lost our papa. But those are the things that happen.
My dear friends, the case is closed, but the verdict has not yet been rendered. Each of you now must make a very important decision. Each of you must identify the suspect that you believe killed Pepe. My dear friends, the time is nigh. The time to identify the suspect, the time to identify the killer. The killer will be revealed in the following way. Our suspects will come. Our suspects will take their basket. Our suspect Must I say the killer will select a name, a winner, who correctly identified them, and you will know the murderer of Pepe. Are you ready? I bring forth to you our first suspect. A raise of hands. Who among you thinks it was a Beaujolais? Raise your hand if you have voted for Beaujolais. Beaujolais, the stage is yours, my friend. The stage is yours. Beaujolais has come and Beaujolais has gone. Who must we look for next? Perhaps, could it have possibly have been a Marco? Raise your hand if you believe Marco is the murderer. Votes in the room for Marco. Marco, show your face.
It's me, Marco.
Give the people what they want. Two suspects have come and gone. I wonder, could it have been Tara? Tara Masu is next. Please, a hand if you believe it was Tara that did the deed. The hands are up. The die has cast. I wonder, it couldn't be, right? Could it be Mama Rosa? Did anybody vote for Mama? Could a Mama have done that? Could a Mama have shown the vicious streak? Could a Mama killed her husband, her Pepe? Mama Rosa is innocent. We, my friends, are down to a 2. We are down to a 2. I bring before you now one of our final 2 suspects. One of the final 2. Could it have been? Could it have been Angel?
Yes.
Angel coming to the stage. Angel making that final walk. Angel streaming to Instagram. Do it for the likes, Angel. Angel did not stop. If I have counted right, there is only one more. Hands up for Rocco, our final suspect. A round of applause for those with their hands up. Rocco is coming next. They call this the perp walk. Rocco walking to the basket. Rocco entering the basket and selecting our winner. The Murder Mystery Cup of Honor. Again. Rocco has left. Is it the chef Gary Lucas? Eyes on the chef! Look it. Wait, Was it me? I didn't do it. Who? Who could it have been?
It was me all along! You know yes, but not for the reason that any of you fine people thought. No, you see, it was a mistake. I didn't want to kill Pepe. Sam, who cares? No, I wanted to kill Rocco. But he dressed up in his fine suit to mistake me, and then I would get into a fight, and he would see my love for his daughter. What a fool! So
he comes up with some of the truth.
I had taken the gun ahead of time, and I shot him in the back after we wrestled a little bit, thinking again it was Rocco. When I realized my mistake, I was mortified. But I took the ring that I had stolen the earring from Tara. I slipped it under his dead body to throw suspicions on her. And then, I ran. I wanted to make sure that, that I wouldn't get caught. I had taken the gun earlier that night when I saw Marco had found it in the drawer. I stole it from the drawer. I put it in my jacket pocket. And then, that was about it. But they will never catch me because I am on my way to Brazil to stay at the convent, and maybe Angel will join me there, and maybe not. There I hear a lot of girls that will be there, so
Ladies and gentlemen, a murderer, Beaujolais! My dear friend Steve, come and hold the cup of honor. Hold it with pride. Hold it with the adoration of all around you. And a gift, my dear Steve. The winner, my friends, the winner of the murder mystery. Thank you, my friends. Oh, your fans, Steve, your fans. My dear friends, I now invite you to offer a word of thanks to our cast who worked us so hard to make it this evening. Please welcome Mama Rosa, Laurie Rigby, Mama Rosa. My dear friends, Tara Bisu, Elena Zaire. Marco, Dan Don, Marco, a strong Marco, healthy Marco, Rocco Scarfazzi, Ben Zaire, Angel, Bridget Coleman, the killer among us, Don Coleman. A big thank you to Chef Gary Lucas. A big thank you to Gather to Grow, who fed you, who cleaned the tables, who did all the work in the back. Friends, thank you for coming. Have a great night. Thank you.